can't dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 start.
Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, zoom. Survive.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Hey, Delta.
Mike 3. Combo. I got it.
From the gun, it's Osweiler. And able to find Alan Lazard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Check 31.
Any weapon.
Throwing his car on third down. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. And some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
On 2nd and 11 now. Osweiler. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Ready? 18 Gator. 61. Matchbox lights. 5.
Osweiler. Touchdown, Packers. Michael Crabtree. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on the fake punt. What a call, 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 7-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. To throw again on second down. Osweiler over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
15 line. 15 line. Chopper! Smith!
On first and 10, it's Osweiler. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Watch the run, watch the run. 0-0, Mike 3. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 3. Mike 3. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo.
To throw again is Osweiler. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Osweiler, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Osweiler. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Ain't too soft.
First down, number 41-yard line.
Get it.
Now Osweiler on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage. Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken from just outside the 30. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Carr. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Jonathan Hankins on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Osweiler. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we're good. 180. Go Chiefs.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 35. Here we go, let's bring it.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Osweiler to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half. It's Osweiler. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 29. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 29-yard line.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. And the Raiders first down.
Mike 35, Mike 35. All day, every
down.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Carr now on 1st down. The open man here, Renfro. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Express.
Mike 35. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Kill.
Purdue.
Kill. General West.
Carr gives to Richard. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2nd and 10. It's Osweiler again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Mike, check, 59. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, seam 6.
Check 59, Mike.
Now.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
18 Gator. Recon, 132 final. Hey, 2.
47-yard line.
Hey, go.
On 1st down, Osweiler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the 1st down sack. Osweiler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
60 out now.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike, check, 59. I'm coming after you.
5.
From the 31, Osweiler. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Geronimo Allison, his 1st touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to get a score back. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
What now?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the 1st half of the season.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
52. Packers 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike 3, Mike 3.
They'll try and throw for it with Osweiler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Break. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 3. Mike 3. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. 4th down. Here's Osweiler. And Adams has it complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
218, chop. Bravo.
Here's Osweiler. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Crosby with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Oh, nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. But he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Pull it together.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Down, 185. Later 2.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Right here, right here.
Let's go.
Now it's Osweiler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And that's complete to Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw again is Osweiler. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 3. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now on 2nd and 16. Osweiler. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Max Crosby in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Mike 3.
3rd and long. It's Osweiler. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Mike 3.
They're going on 4th down. It's Osweiler. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
We got this.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Even. 4 down. Even. Check three. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Another incomplete pass there. And my goodness, another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Mike,
down.
Mike 35.
180.
Mike, check.
180. We're good. 180. 694. Express.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Get it.
One last shot for Osweiler. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.